Told us to stay in our seats. This is the safest place where you can be right now, and we will protect you.
1 year after the U.S. Capitol attack, Nevadans reflect on the deadly day. Good evening. I'm Marie Mortera. Jim Snyder has the night off. It's been 1 year since the storming of the U.S. Capitol. Today, we look back on the deadly attack and how it ties into Nevada. It's politicians, citizens, and the Nevada National Guardsmen who deployed in the days that followed. Brett Forrest has more.
January 6th, 2021, an event that carries reverberations through today, with many ties to Nevada.
Now, I knew there had been a rally going on near the White House and that there were protests. What I did not know that morning was just how close the protesters were to forcing their way into this Capitol.
Senator Catherine Cortez Masto speaking today on the Senate floor, detailing her experience a year ago, defending the presidential vote both in Nevada and the nation.
Not only Nevada's elections were safe, accessible, and secure, but across the country they have been proven to be safe, accessible, and secure.
Senator Jackie Rosen also issuing a statement today, reading in part, "Let it serve as a reminder of just how fragile our democracy can be." With Nevada's other congressional Democrats plus Governor Sisolak all commemorating the anniversary, but Nevada's Republicans, for the most part, silent. GOP candidate for governor Joey Gilbert, who was at the Capitol that day, did not return requests for comment, but telling news outlet This Is Reno he doesn't have a single regret about being there. This as 3 men arrested in Nevada for their participation are still awaiting trial. Progressive group Battleborn Progress hopes voters respect the election process for this year's midterms.
It's voters who decided in 2020, and they'll decide again in 2022, and that we ought to respect and protect the freedom to vote.
In the days that followed, 300 Nevada National Guardsmen were quickly activated and sent to Washington, D.C., a move to increase security ahead of Biden's inauguration.
When we were told that we were going to help go out to support the inauguration, and when the National Guard Bureau said, hey, this is how many people we want, our first instinct was, okay, we're going to do what we always do.
Saying the experience showed them that their training paid off and they're always ready to help at a moment's notice.
All right, did you see thick smoke in the air this afternoon? This is why Clark County Fire Department conducting training exercises, giving 25 rookie firefighters some pretty valuable world experience. Our Peter Dawson was on hand along with families and friends to see these rookies putting the months of training to the test.
Today we're conducting a live fire training exercise. We pull fire hose to the room that's on fire, we knock it out. We're doing vertical ventilation. These skills are so pivotal. We really provide a real fire with real smoke, and we can kind of gauge and see what skills we need to work on down the road until the graduation date of February 18th.
Actually having the fire there changes everything. Typically we have fog and it simulates smoke, but it doesn't react the same as smoke.
You have front row seats to a burn. Why?
Because my son is graduating from his academy. He's told us that it's top notch, that the people that he's working with are very serious, and that he's really, really happy to be here.
I'm here to support the rookies.
The fire department is a big family. This is a real introduction to the fire service. And why not invite their family members to watch them conduct these skills that they might never watch ever in their career.
Be honest, did you make any mistakes today?
Yes, absolutely. With this being my first burn, I expected some mistakes. There's always something I could have done better. I could have stepped here instead of stepped there.
We've had very generous community partners donate homes that are either being rebuilt or, KB Homes has bought all this land and they're going to build a subdivision.
Did he tell you it was going to be a big show?
He said that they got a lot of work to do in there, so he expected it to be big, and it definitely is.
It's amazing seeing them in action and then just seeing everything they go through on a day-to-day basis.
This is what we've trained so hard for, like I said, 14 weeks. And also, like I said, it's been 5 to 6 years, and none of us has seen fire until today.
training like this is really, really rare. But when we get to put together pieces, bring their families with us, they could watch, they have a great experience. I think it's all around, it's very memorable.
Sold out. That's the message from pharmacies across our valley. This is people scramble to get their hands on a highly coveted take-home COVID test. News 3's Lauren Clark joins us live outside Vesper's Specialty Pharmacy on Eastern, where they just got a new shipment in. So, Lauren, what are you seeing there?
Yeah, Marie, so they got the shipment in around 1 p.m. was when they started selling 1,000 COVID tests. Now they're down to around 20 of them. Just kind of gives you an idea of how big this demand is. And in fact, when people say they saw this sign up on social media and on these doors, they say it was the answer to their prayers.
It's been a challenge. They're just not available.
Outside Vesper Specialty Pharmacy on Eastern and Flamingo.
We can't find them anywhere.
Dozens standing in line.
Man, it's been hard.
To get their hands on one of these, a take-home COVID test.
How hard is it to try to secure one of these tests?
Next to impossible.
That's why when some saw this sign or this post on social media,
I got in the car and drove the 30 miles.
They came as soon as they could.
We weren't going to miss this because it's the only option. There is no other option.
Casey Stokes has looked for a test for 5 days.
And you can't get the appointments because they're all booked out for 10 days. So it's just impossible to get anything.
Pharmacist in charge, Dr. Joshua Karogoli, hasn't seen anything like it.
Unbelievable. I think we've got more phone calls in this week than we did in the last few years combined.
Fueled by the Omicron variant, COVID cases are soaring, and at-home testing kits are flying off pharmacy shelves as demand far surpasses supply. Dr. Dahlia Wack says her patients have been looking for them, as PCR tests at testing sites are also clogged up.
It's taking people an average of sometimes 5 to 7 hours to even get the test. And then when they do get the test, it's taking about a 2-3 day turnaround.
While the at-home test kits only take minutes to get a result. However, she warns they aren't as accurate. Still, she says they'll play an important role once therapeutics to treat COVID become more available.
That need to be instituted within a few days of you testing positive. The sooner you test positive, the sooner you know that you can take the medication.
And this pharmacy says they're working to get another shipment in soon. They're actually going to make an announcement of that on their social media sites. We have links to those on our website right now under this story. That's news3lv.com. And just on another note, doctors really want to make this case too. They say a lot of people, when they get a positive test for these take-home tests, they want to just try to reinforce that with a PCR test. They say don't do that. It's clogging up our system. While these tests do have false negatives, they almost are always correct when it comes to the positives.
Hi, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates.